Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It is now Friday the 5th of August, would you believe? The year's flying by. About 8 AM. Getting ready for the usual busy day. So, last weekend, pretty steady away again. The weather wasn't super exciting. Bit of a chilly one in fact. Didn't get out much, but did spend a bit of time going through the Hived blockchain HF26 update stuff and trying to get my head around everything for it. So yeah, I've been pretty much trying to use what little tiny bit of free time I have, which is not a lot, just to sort that out and get prepared for whenever the hard fork might occur, unknown. So I've got one HF26 Hived up and running. Obviously not processing anything because it's not released yet, but I got it to produce its own compressed block log. And I'm hoping when the master is tagged of HF26 that I'll just be able to stop this running one, rebuild the developed version and start it again, because effectively I think the one I've built now won't have hardly any changes to it, so it shouldn't need a replay. But we'll see what happens with that. And then I've had to totally rebuild the server I use for the full node for the API. So that's, the full node's had big changes. It used to use a RocksDB database that was generated as its replays, and they've now instead moved that into Postgres database, which is the Hived pushes into this Postgres database the information, and then the API nodes, when they need it, can pull it out of the database instead of from the Hived node, basically. Yeah, everything got very complicated because building the new version now requires Ubuntu 20.04, and everything I had was on 18.04 because version 25 needed that. Version 26 is tested on the 20.04, and I could not get the process to build on 18.04, so I thought I'll just update on the server, just run the update on the server and it updates the files and that's it. So I did the update, which as usual, if anything's server related, is a complete faff because it says this isn't right, this dependency, and you've got the wrong package here and goodness knows what. So I went through a load of faffing to get it to do it, got it to do it, still couldn't build Hived, it just kept failing. And then Postgres was also being completely nutty and saying it wasn't running when it was. So I just decided, I'm just going to hose the whole server, do a fresh install of 20.04. So I did that, and unsurprisingly, fresh install without all these problems of dependencies and packages being mismatched. Everything just installed straight away once I'd reset the server up. So yeah, that's a definite, especially if you're manually building. If you can Dockerize the install, then obviously you can set the parameters in Docker, which is a little bit easier. I don't really understand Docker enough to try. The build process was quite complicated. It had a separate make afterwards for the SQL serializer, and I couldn't quite work out how I'd do that in Docker. So anyway, that's up and running. I'm just waiting for the block log to finish downloading to compress it. So that was it. Back to work. Weather's been been kind of weird. I mean, it's probably actually been really proper British weather. Showers and then lots of sunshine appears out of nowhere, and then you get showers again. So, not particularly warm. Well, I mean, warmish for the UK, but not like ridiculous heatwave weathers. But it was 10 degrees out. It's 19 here. And pretty much in the roasting room it's been sat at 21 degrees now since goodness knows when. And there's no heating or anything in here, it's just the building's held the heat in. So yeah, being at 19 when it's 10 degrees outside with no heating is pretty impressive. So yeah, it's been busy, a lot of roasting, a little roast, did a lot on this one yesterday and I've got more to do today. So we've had some big volume orders come in. So yeah, it's been pretty busy actually. Coffee's been moving a lot over this week. So we'll go. So that's the Peruvian I'm drinking at the moment. It's quite nice. I'm trying to think how to describe it, but I'm not sure I can actually. Bit tasty though. Good coffee, Peru. So yeah, it's just been the usual very busy, hectic week. So now I believe Mr. Nellis might have sent me some words. Yes. And he managed to not send me 100 messages afterwards, so I can never find it. So Mr. Nellis says, my things to talk about in your vlog. Have you seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon and The Fifth Element? Yeah, I've seen both of them. Fifth Element's one of my favourite films, I've got to be honest. I've seen it hundreds of times. It seems like Liz Truss is going to be the next Prime Minister. That'd be interesting. Have you ever been to Skipton Castle? I don't think I have. Which cafes and bars to deliver coffee are you going next? And do you still go to Premier at Beacon Road? No, I don't go to Premier at Beacon Road because the lockers were too slow. I've been to trading rooms, the deli, the new astronomer bar, the bottom left of the Peace Hall. So that's next to Loafers Vinyl. That should be opening today, I think. And Stodfold. That's where I've been so far. See if anything else comes in. Do you like the song called This Town Ain't Enough for Us for the Sparks? Vaguely remember it. Have you ever watched how it's made? Don't think so. The remake film of The Haunted Mansion coming 2023, possibly to mark the 20th anniversary of Eddie Murphy, Jennifer Tilly and Nathaniel Parker film. Right. Bravo Auto in Shelf, not sure about that. When are you next going to Blackpool? End of the month. Yorkshire Day it was. Nicky Campbell's former teacher fights extradition. Well, there you are. I like watching the old Sugar Puss Honey Monster adverts on the YouTube as the Sony used to tell them about the honey mummy. Yes, they did. The Railway Children return. Do you like the song called Right Said Fred as the Key Equity release song is based in it? Yes, very good. So, that's pretty much me done, I think. Mr. Ness's words of them. Roasted loads of coffee, messed about with high blockchain stuff, that's about it. Not the most exciting week, just lots of work as usual. Right, have a good week and week next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee blog. Okay, see ya.